Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to the channel. Before we even get started, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Put the phone down. Actually, no, keep the phone up because what I'm about to show you just broke the internet. And honestly, I'm still not over it. And once you hear this, you won't be either. A video went viral on TikTok recently, and it was simple. Just a short clip from an interview, the kind of casual, unscripted content that we as a fandom absolutely live for. Someone asked the BABYMONSTER members, who in the group has the best style? Who is the one with the most unique fashion sense? And then came the answer that nobody in that room, nobody watching at home, and nobody on the entire internet was fully prepared for. Ahyeon, the girl who fans have been calling the 5th gen IT girl. The one whose outfits literally sell out the second she steps out of a car. The one who gets talked about in the same breath as fashion icons. Opened her mouth, looked straight ahead, and said one name, Chiquita. And not only that, she said Chiquita's style is something she has never done before. A style she herself could never pull off. If you just felt your jaw hit the floor, same. Stay with me because we are going deep on this today. But first, if you are new here, welcome. This channel is your home for everything BABYMONSTER. Subscribe right now, hit the bell, and join the family. We cover the moments that matter, and trust me, this one matters a lot. Now, to really understand why Ahyeon's answer hit so hard, we first need to talk about Ahyeon herself. Because this is not just any member casually throwing out a compliment. This is Ahyeon we're talking about. If you've been a Monstiez for even a few months, you already know that Ahyeon is not someone who blends into the background, not on stage, and definitely not in fashion. This is the girl who is nicknamed Little Jenny by Korean netizens before she ever stood on a single stage as a professional idol. And that comparison didn't come out of nowhere. It came from the way she carries herself, the way she presents herself, and yes, the way she dresses. YG founder Ahyeon Chiquita himself once described Ahyeon as a warrior with many secret weapons, saying every time he sees her, he thinks it's difficult to be so talented in every single aspect. And Ahyeon's fashion sense? That is absolutely one of those secret weapons. Whether she's stepping out in a white ruffled bustier with a dreamy fairy core skirt, or showing up at an airport looking like she just walked off a Vogue editorial, Ahyeon has this extraordinary ability to move between styles without ever losing herself. Fans and fashion analysts alike have described her as someone who can go feminine and gentle one day with dresses and delicate accessories, then completely flip the script and go dynamic and individual the next, and somehow both versions look like they were designed specifically for her. She's been called the 5th gen IT girl by fans all over the world, and it's not just because of her talent. It's because the girl understands fashion on a deeper level than most people her age. Everything she wears tends to sell out. That is not luck. That is influence. So here's the thing, Monstiez. When someone like Ahyeon with that kind of fashion credibility and that kind of range looks at another member and says, "That's a style I could never do," you need to pay attention. Because she is not handing out empty compliments. She is making a statement. Now, let's talk about the girl at the center of this moment. Let's talk about Chiquita. She is the magne of BABYMONSTER. Born on February 17, 2009, in Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand. She joined YG Entertainment after just 3 months of training, the shortest training period of all 7 members. 3 months, Monstiez. And she still made it into one of the most anticipated, most talked about girl groups in the history of K-pop. Let that sink in. Because that kind of raw, natural star quality is exactly what we're about to break down today. From the very beginning, before the group even officially debuted, Chiquita was already turning heads. When YG introduced her through their pre-debut video series, netizens immediately noticed the colored hair, the streetwear, the high-top shoes, the confidence of someone who looked like they had been performing their entire life. People started drawing comparisons to Blackpink's Lisa almost immediately. And not just because they're both Thai, it was that same magnetic, undeniable energy. That same ability to walk into a frame and immediately become the center of it. What sets Chiquita apart, style-wise, is something that very few idols manage to achieve, and that's real duality. Not the kind that stylists manufacture. The kind that lives in your bones. On one hand, you have soft, classic Chiquita. Remember the airport moment that went viral in late 2025? Ivory tweed jacket, black sheer stockings, chunky long boots, dark wine-colored hair braided into a single plait, and a tiny keyring doll attached to her bag as the final touch. The Korea Times reported that this look spread across Korean social media almost instantly. Because it was effortless. Because it was romantic and youthful and completely her. The chunky boots and the structured jacket said something bolder underneath the soft aura. That contrast is pure Chiquita. And then, on the other hand, you have full baddie Chiquita. In the Chum era, she showed up in a Y2K-inspired bandana crop top with energy radiating off every frame. She wore gentle Monster Limes glasses that gave her look a sleek, slightly mysterious edge. She rocked leather shorts with a rebellious confidence that most people twice her age couldn't pull off. Fashion breakdowns of the Chum music video specifically called out her looks for their bold streetwear spirit, and the word everyone kept using was attitude. Chiquita has attitude that cannot be manufactured. And that's what Ahyeon is talking about. That's the style she said she could never do. Because here's the truth, Monstiez, and this is the part one really want you to sit with. You can copy an outfit. You can buy the same jacket, the same shoes, the same sunglasses. But you cannot copy a vibe. And Chiquita's vibe is something completely unique to her. It comes from who she is. It comes from the fact that she walked into YG Entertainment at 14 years old, trained for 3 months, and walked out a BABYMONSTER member. It comes from the fact that she is the youngest person in the room in almost every situation, and yet she commands attention like she's been doing this for decades. Her fashion is an extension of that spirit. When Chiquita puts on an outfit, she's not just wearing clothes, she's making a declaration. And Ahyeon, someone who is herself an extraordinary fashion presence, looked at that and said, "That's a lane I haven't entered. That's something I could never pull off the same way." That is one of the most genuine, most powerful fashion compliments one idol can give another. And the fact that it came from Ahyeon specifically, it means everything. Now, here's the part that made the fandom lose their minds even more. This moment didn't happen in some major press junket or a carefully staged interview. It was casual. It was unscripted. It was Ahyeon just being honest, just saying what she actually thinks. And for anyone who follows the Chian dynamic, that's Chiquita and Ahyeon together, you know that this kind of warmth and genuine admiration between these two is not new. These girls have always had something real between them. They support each other. They show up for each other. And moments like this one are proof that beneath all the performances and the concepts and the comeback promotions, there are real friendships that run deep. Ahyeon didn't have to say Chiquita. She could have said anyone. But she said Chiquita without hesitation, and she meant it. And the comment section on that TikTok? Flooded. Fans from every corner of the fandom agreeing, celebrating, and loving the moment. So, Monstiez, here we are. Ahyeon, the 5th-gen IT girl, fashion icon in the making, admitted on camera that Chiquita has a style she could never replicate. And honestly, looking at Chiquita's range, from soft romantic airport looks that went viral on Korean social media, to bold baddie energy in the Chum era, can you blame her? Chiquita is 17 years old, and she is already building a fashion identity that is entirely her own. An identity that even her own bandmate, one of the most stylish people in 5th-gen K-pop, looks at with pure admiration. And if that doesn't tell you that the magne of BABYMONSTER is something truly special, I don't know what will. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you agree with Ahyeon? Is Chiquita the style queen of BABYMONSTER? Or do you think another member deserves the crown? Drop your answer in the comments. I am reading every single one, and I want to see this fandom debated out. If you love this video, give it a like. Share it with your Monstie friends. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We are here every week covering every BABYMONSTER moment that you need to know about. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next one. Ahyeon Monstiez. Chiquita's style era has officially been recognized, and Ahyeon just made it official.